Hey YouTube family, welcome to Jackie with a Q. How everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. That's what we got to do, make it happen for ourselves, right? Um, y'all. Today been a day, right? But anyway, y'all. Before we get started, I'd like for you guys to drop down in the description box and share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And also hit the bell so you can get notifications because I am going to be uploading videos every day as long as my strength is with me, right? So I want you all to, be the first to see, right? So anyway, guys, I got a lot of stuff to talk about, but again, I was up all night. For one, as y'all know, I got a tooth problem. My tooth is hurting me, right? I be up on social media, TikTok. TikTok is very interesting, guys. When I first moved down here, I had met this guy. He was telling me about TikTok, and I was like, oh, TikTok, whatever, nigga. I wasn't paying no attention. But TikTok is very interesting, and people are very creative. So what this pandemic has brought about is creativity, right? So I love TikTok, right? But anyway, before I even get started with that, right? I already told y'all to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I want to say thank you to my new subscribers. And I know I say this all the time, but that's just how I am. Y'all have to get used to it because I'm a grateful person, right? The love that I have received and I continue to receive on my channel is like no other, right? And I have lots of friends all over everywhere, right? But my subscribers, y'all really, really make my day. I want y'all to know, y'all make my day. I had to go to see the people that process my insurance information, right? So I can get my tooth pulled, right? And they were saying, how you doing in the pandemic? Are you anxious? Are you depressed? Are you this? Are you that? And I'm like, no, shit, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm all right. And, and I understand that people are going through hard times. People are having a lot of emotions, and it's very emotional. But between my friends that I know and my family and you guys, y'all make my day. Y'all absolutely make my day. And with that being said, I said that I was going to shout out a subscriber every day. Well, today, and sometime I might do this because that's just the way I am, I feel compelled to shout out 3 subscribers, right? And that's because they have impacted me a lot in the last couple days. So I have to speak on it. I tell everything. You know what I'm saying? How I'm feeling and all that. I'm a realist, right? And a lot of people can't take me in real life, because there's no gray area. Either I like you, I don't, we cool. And for the most part, I like everybody. I love people. I told y'all that before, right? So I felt compelled to shout out these 3 ladies because they impacted me these last few days, right? So the first one is Bridget Tapp. Now, Bridget is the young lady I told you that told me about the Bill Pickett, the Black Rodeo, the Bill Pickett Invitational. She told me about that, and she also gave me some other good information today. So, y'all, let me tell y'all something. As loud as I might be, or as tough as I might seem, I'm really soft marshmallowy in the inside. Y'all tell somebody I'm gonna beat you up, right? So it's like, I have to share my thoughts and I have to share my feelings, right? And when people do something, all my life I've been like this. Like, you could give me a button. If I needed that button right then, I'm forever grateful, right? So to me, it's not about the amount, it's about the quality, right? So also, I have to shout out Pam B. Why? Because she asked me to. She made me feel good, and she said, I can't wait for you to shout me out. So Pam B, this is for you, right? And then I have to shout out a young lady. She has her own YouTube channel. Her name is Ann, but her channel is Life with Ann C. So check her out. She really, really impacted me today. And, the love, y'all. The love. That's all I can say is the love, right? I could go in. If I go into too much, I start crying. But anyway, y'all, I just again want to say thank you to my subscribers. You know, I'm trying to reach a milestone. I have almost met that milestone, right? I've only been doing this a few months. As I said, I'm new to this and I'm still learning. And like I told you before, you know, it's all about fun and information, right? So these are my 3 subscribers that I'm shouting out today. That is Bridget Tapp, Pam B, and my girl Ann, who has her own YouTube channel called Life with Ann C. Okay, so those are my subscribers for today, right? So anyway, y'all, you know, as if this shit don't this is like the train ain't never stopping. The train is not stopping, right? And I guess because, you know, we all have common sense and good sense, we think the train's supposed to stop, right? Well, the train ain't stopping. So last night, I'm laying in my bed perusing the social media streets as I do before I go to sleep, right? Wasn't even thinking nothing about no more Jaguar, right? I am interested to know, like, what Tasha K is going to do regarding that CPS situation. But, you know, I was looking for something else, right? Because there's something else going on. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. So, I ran across this live, and I can't tell you who the person was because I don't know. I don't know who they were, right? And I was so enthralled with it that I listened to it for 2 hours. So this YouTuber had she had a live, and Jaguar Wright's cousin called in. You know that cousin that that Tasha K interviewed, the older girl. She called in, right? And I guess, you know, it could be frustrating that people say, why the family ain't doing this, why the family ain't doing it, So she went into detail. When I tell y'all she went into detail, right? And I'm laying there trying to go to sleep. I listened to, and it came on late. I was like, why are they doing live late? Because I noticed some other YouTubers were doing live real late, like 1 or 2 in the morning. And I can't remember what time I started listening to it. I want to say it was about 1:30, 12, so it was late, right? And when I finished, it was late. And so, you know, because I'm an emotional person, certain stuff will just electrify me, right? So as I'm listening to this, I couldn't stop it. I couldn't pause it. I couldn't like, oh, I'm going to sleep now. Because it was so much. And she kept talking and she kept talking. And then she just kept talking and she kept talking. Because she wants us to understand what it's like living with Jaguar Wright, right? And I understand because like I said before, I have a cousin that I grew up, and she's the same way. She grew up with her. They were close, right, at one time. And let me tell y'all something. It can be very disheartening for someone you grew up with from the sandbox. You know, y'all combed Dial's hair, y'all played, y'all swang, y'all got in trouble, got whoopings to get all that stuff, right? And then when you get to a certain level, y'all split off. They go left and you go right, right? That could be disheartening because you thinking like, what the fuck, right? And I think this is why she keeps telling the story, because they interviewed, they asked, the girl was, not saying interview, they had a conversation. It was a conversation, right? And the person, the YouTuber, and I wish I could remember, it was late at night, it was dark. I was just enthralled in the conversation. So I listened, I laid my phone down and listened. And the more she talked, the more interested I was, right? You know, that's just human nature. And, you know, and one of her moderators or somebody came on and asked some questions, right? You know, they were asking the questions that we all want to know, right? Regarding the family. And she went into further stating that, so I was thinking the mother might have been 60 or something. I don't know how old Jaguar Wright is, but I just, for whatever reason, I thought the mother was 60 years old. So I couldn't understand why she had her power of attorney over stuff. Well, the woman is 75, right? She's 75, and I'm guessing she got some issues. She does have some health issues and everything, right? And she was saying that the woman is basically scared. And the reason why they can't do anything is because when they proceed to do something, the mother, like let's say they call whoever you call, Adult Protective Services or whoever, or you try to get a lawyer to handle the business so she can have her money. The mother, when the people get there, when the official folks get there, the mother will say everything's all right. They said they went over it. They've been through that time and time again. And they said the family is just basically done. They love her, but they're done. And she said that video that we saw with the mother-in-law, how she was all aggressive with her, she said that's how she is every single time. She's confrontational all the time. You know, and she said they tired. It's draining. And I can see how it'd be draining. Now, I had initially thought maybe Jaguar was schizophrenic. Now, I got a cousin schizophrenic. It's a little more to that. That's some psychotic. She has another diagnosis. And I'm not a professional, so I can't begin to do it. But I don't believe that it's schizophrenia. It could be mixed with something else, but she's psychotic. That's for sure, right? Because it's a lot of evil and meanness in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of evil and meanness. You know, one of my subscribers commented and said she needed an exorcism, right? Which I believe in demonic spirits and stuff, right? So if you believe in God and Christ and Jesus and all that, you'd have to believe that there's demons too. And I believe, when you're growing up, you think a demon got the horns and the tail and all that. No, they're heavily disguised, looking like us, right? So it's something. She has a demonic driving force. Now I don't y'all jump down and cuss me out and her supporters talk about me and all that. I'm just saying, I'm observing. This is an observation. This is just an observation. I am not an expert, but I've been lived life long enough and I've been around people long enough to know shit when I see shit, right? And that's just what I observe, right? Like I said, I have a cousin that's schizophrenic. And she'll act out and all that, but you can just be like, go sit your ass down or whatever. And eventually she go chill. This girl is so vindictive, right? So they went into detail about that. And, she said they grew up pretty much middle class, right? And that's why when she got her money, she upgraded. She bought the $500,000 home. She named the cars, I can't remember, some big high class cars, right? But she couldn't keep up. And see, this is what this is what she said as well, that she's always been unstable. So now you give an unstable person some money and they don't know what to do with it, right? And because I'm thinking, if you had a record deal, why not just pay for your house? Boom, at least you have somewhere to live. That's how somebody with good sense would think, right? So she lost all that. Then she said, when the son was killed, he was down there with Tasha and not Tasha, oh Lord, with Jaguar and the mother, right? And they said that's when she really began to be outrageous when he got killed. And so the family, because wherever they live, that's where the guy mostly would be. So they had a barbecue for him. And they said that's when she went bananas about the barbecue. Now, she called it a block party. Jaguar did. She said it was not a block party. It was just a barbecue. There was an incident there. Somebody did get shot. I can't remember if the person was killed or not. But she said that was where he lived. That was the neighborhood. Those were his friends. That's why they had their own memorial for him, because she said that's the way he would have wanted it, right? So she said that she didn't allow them to help bury him, right? And so I don't know I think she said he had a memorial, something like that. But, she was basically in charge of that. So it's like she faults everybody for all her misdoings or mishaps, I should say. And that's a horrible space to be in. At some point, and I've said this before, when shit go wrong in your life, you got to sit back and evaluate and say, where did I go wrong? Start with you. What could I have done differently, right? Now, maybe it was some other forces. When shit go wrong in your life, it's some other forces going on, some other shit happening, some people behind the scenes and all that. But you always have to take a look at self, right? What did I do? Because, I have had a couple downfalls, been in a couple jackpots in my life. But when I look back on it, I ain't never blamed nobody. I just get up, dust myself off, and keep it moving, right? But when I look back on it, I see the part that I played. You know what I mean? I played in that. Even with the relationship that I was in for a very long time, even though I didn't cheat or do none of that shit, and I thought I was loyal, good girl, but I played a part in some shit too. Number one, I let it go on. So you always got to see self. That's the point of evolution and growth. And that's what's wrong with her. She can't evolve and she can't grow because she's stuck. She's stuck in what she had and what was. Sometime you have to move forward. No, not sometime, all the time. She's stuck in her mind. She can't move forward. She's stuck in what she had, right? So now you mad at everybody. You mad at all the artists. You mad at your mom and them. You mad at your family. You mad at your ex-husband. You mad at all these people that loved you and tried to help you, and you would not allow it because I just think there's some sort of diagnosis. Now, what the cousin did say was that she said the son has never been tested, right? Son has never been tested. He doesn't live by himself. He lives with the grandmother or whatever, right? But he's doing all right, and he is, either she said he was a genius or borderline genius. He's smart, really smart, what you could tell, right? But she's basically, she says she's tired. She's being a spokeswoman for the family. The sister just don't want no parts because she's afraid. Like I told y'all that before. She said the sister just want no parts. And what I'm thinking is, so because the sister, there's an age gap, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is gonna be in my book because I don't want to expose it all right now. And the reason why, I don't know everything, but I've lived enough life to know shit when I see shit, like I always say, right? And so when you live in the house with someone, people will have one persona outside, and then the real persona is in that house that other people don't see, right? And I have lived that situation. I'm living it now, right now, right? So I'm telling y'all that a lot of times, what people portray to the world, because they want to keep this image up to the world, or maybe they don't. Like in her case, she thinks she's all right. But what we see, I can guarantee you, is much worse when she in the house, she around them people. Because according to the cousin, it is. But I already know because I live life. I already know. It's much worse. That's why the sister and the mother are not saying anything. And when she called the mother, she said, it sounded like the mother was just saying stuff to get along, just saying whatever she wanted her to say. Because the cousin said the mother has always did that. So she said the mother feels guilt, right? And the mother still thinks that, because they said, well, why does she give her all her money? She said the mother thinks that she's listening to what Jaguar's saying, and the mother thinks that one day Jaguar's going to make it big again. She's going to all get it back, right? So this is the dream that Jaguar is selling her, right? So let me tell y'all something. See how I just said that, right? I never knew that I said that when I talked. Never knew that. Never knew that. So I'm going to try to exercise not doing that. But I never knew I did it until I started doing these videos. So anyway, the conversation went on for about 2 hours. I don't know if it was at the end or not. I think it was. And I just tried to go to sleep. Now, because I listened to all that and was processing it, it kept me up longer because I was like, wow. Every time I think it's the end, it gets even worse. It gets even heavier. It may not be worse, but it's heavy. That's heavy, right? And you try to help somebody that don't want to help themselves, that don't have no reasoning. See, it's hard to help somebody that don't have any reasoning. She can't reason. She can't reason, right? So before that, or either after that, I ran across something. It was a guy. I don't remember his name because I'd never seen him before, but he's a YouTuber too. He was having a live. Because I was like, why are these people having these lives in the middle of the night? I guess that's what people do. I don't know. I'm new to the YouTube streets, so I don't know, right? And he was having a live, and Jaguar called in. So now he thought he was going to have a decent conversation with her. Bless his heart, right? And she was like, she was so maniacal, right? She was like a maniac, right? And she was talking out loud, and so he couldn't, you know how they have, it was him and somebody else, and so he took to somebody else off, and so it would be him and Jaguar, right? She would not wouldn't let him speak. He was like, well, Jaguar, hold on. I want to ask, he was trying to be very nice and gentlemanly about it. She was going so bananas, right? She was going so bananas. And she was cussing. She, like I said, if you listen to her, you think she could throw them hands because she talked real tough. And the cousin said that all that stuff she talked about Philly and all that, she said she wasn't even there. I guess she was in New Jersey, wherever she was, right? I can't get the details because for me, I put myself, and I'm very empathetic, right? I put myself in that family, especially that mother, right? See, what happens, let me tell y'all this as a mother. When your child go astray and they're adults, at some point you have to cut them off. Period. For your sanity and safety, you have to cut them off. Okay? You have to cut them off. That's all I'm gonna say about that right there. But because if you don't, then this is the result. Because I know that she's menacing them, and the cousin said it. She's menacing them. Now, why they don't block her, I don't know. I guess they want to be able to keep up with her, or whatever. But she menaces everyone when she feels like it, right? And, she'll call you 20 times, 25 times, 30 times. Like I told you, I had a cousin like that. And she had never really did that to me. Not really. She'll call a couple times. She had never really did that. And then I remember one time I told her, because she was menacing my uncle. My uncle was old, right? And I had called her. It was like, you call my uncle again, I'm going to kick your ass, right? Call him again, keep calling him again. And then she started calling me like that, right? So, it's hard to deal with them people. Like I said, you have to deal with them in small doses. But as a parent, and you're the parent of that child, you know, you want to love that child, you want to love on them, but when they don't allow you to, for your sanity, you have to let it go. You have to let it go, right? And I'm going to talk about that in my book. You have to let it go because it will destroy you. It will destroy you. And you only get one life. And I'll be damned if I let anybody disturb my peace. Took me too long to get it, right? Took me too long to get it. So anyway, the cousin just was going on and on and on. And she said, I just want y'all to understand because we tired. She said, Tasha was the only interview they were doing. They just wanted to speak. She said she had never heard of Tasha because she didn't know nothing about it. You know, I wouldn't either if I went on, and, you know. And she said she didn't know. She said that was it. But I guess they're getting threats or they're getting calls or they're getting something, right? They're being harassed, you know. And she said she just want to set the record straight. So she's talking for her family, right? And she said that they have tried, but they wore out. This has been going on for the 20 years. Now, mind you, now we ain't talking about when she was a kid and all that, she was acting out. But that since she lost that, since her record deal, you know, her second album, whatever, didn't go through and she didn't get it, she lost all the money and lost everything she had, she has been off the chain. They can't do nothing with her. And so they've been dealing with this for 20 years. They've been dealing with it for 20 years, right? That's a long time. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with, right? And they said, you know, like they said, and so they said, well, why didn't you get your aunt you know, her insulin syringes? They said, my aunt knows how to call who she wants to call when she wants to call. She didn't call them, so they didn't know. You know, it just so happened the ex-husband called and she told him, right? They said there's nothing that they can really do because when they do it, when it all boils down, the mother will not, she'll take Jag's side. They say they think she does it out of guilt for whatever the father was abusive to her. Slightly, she kept saying slightly, I forget the word she used. But I'm guessing if you got a child that's acting out, you might have to punch him in their damn head. You know, because I'm going to tell you, I had one. You know, I had to punch him. I remember one time, my son was a teenager. He gave me hell. He gave me hell from, let me tell y'all something. This little nigga got expelled from all the Catholic schools in kindergarten. He was in Catholic school in kindergarten. I was working hard. You know, I'm trying to live the American dream, me and him. Daddy went off to the wayside. I'm still going to take care of mine, right? Put him in Catholic school. He was so bad at Catholic school that I had to take him out. Whoever heard of such shit in somebody in kindergarten? Kindergarten! And when I moved across town to put him in the Catholic school over there, he was blackballed. Okay? He was 5. That nigga has caused me hell, right? And, yeah. He's caused me hell, right? And so at some point you have to be like, fuck them. I love me more than I love you, and live your life. Because it'll be a burden. It's heavy. You know, like I said, it's heavy. They'll keep being a burden. And with people like that, you can do is all you can for them. You can do everything they need you to do, and they'll still turn on you and tell you ain't did shit for me. Right? So, you know, I understand how the mother feels. I understand how the family feels. But I think the cousin just wanted to, because she went on and she went on and she went on. And she said, we just tired, y'all. We just tired. And whoever the blogger was, I don't know. I wish I could remember who it was, because I don't know. And she was asking the questions, and it was so deep that the girl that was the blogger and the other, her moderator, had their mouths open. You could tell their mouths was open, because I know mine was, right? Because I felt for them. You could feel it. You can feel it, right? And you feel sorry. Just like I felt sorry when I was listening to the ex-husband. You know, you'd be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know and I've lived certain things, right? That shit can be hard. That shit can be debilitating, right? And like I said, so they asked her, did she know her? They have never met him. They said they don't want to meet him. They've never met him. They don't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? And she'll call. Jaguar will call when she wants periodically. That particular cousin, like I said, I think she said her brother got killed in a car accident or whatever. She called at that time. But somebody had COVID, so she didn't come to the funeral. I think this was last year. But you know, y'all, this is real heavy, right? And then today I got word, and I don't know how true it is, I don't know, that Tasha K was contacted by CPS, and she spoke with them with her lawyers. You know, and you know, I've had some of my subscribers who work for CPS said, you know, they were telling me that probably nothing would happen because, you know, all they got to do is show who Jaguar is and what she does, right? But still, they got to go through the process. You know, you don't want to be bothered with the process. You know what I'm saying? I remember, let me tell y'all something funny. My youngest son, you know, them boys are something else. And it's hard to raise kids by yourself. You know what I mean? And and you hope that they come out to be productive members of society and have good sense. My youngest son, now my daughter's sweet as she could be, still sweet. She just was an angel, perfect. I didn't have to whoop, I didn't do nothing. She's perfect, smart girl, pretty girl, perfect. The boys, the oldest one, I got 3 kids, the young boy, old boy, daughter in the middle. My youngest son, he got suspended every damn day. One day he was bad, I don't know what he was doing, right? He got suspended every damn day, right? And my mother used to be like, just let him have school outside. He might feel better if he just sit outside, right? And, you know, he was just, you know, the boys are something else, y'all. So, you know, you can teach your kids all that you want to teach them and teach them how to be. And when they get out in the world, they become who they are. You know, you can just hope that whatever you poured into them at some point will settle and, you know, and they'll stand on that, right? So I really, really feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for the mother, especially now that I know she's 75. You know what I mean? She's 75 and she didn't sound like she didn't gave up. You know, whatever this child do, that's what she do, right? So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. The saga continues. You know what I mean? The saga continues. I know the cousin is advocating hard for her family because she, you know, like she said, everybody's doing all right except for Jag. And, you know, she said they grew up middle class. See, I grew up poor. Hey, ain't no middle class. I don't know what the hell middle class is, right? But she said they grew up middle class. Everybody had a mom and a daddy and all that, right? So, you know, she's just a bad seed. Just a bad seed, that's all. You know, so Jaguar supporters and subscribers and fans and friends, I'm just reporting. That's what I do. This is my commentary, what I see, what I hear, and my thoughts on it, right? I wish her well, and I want her to get well. But if somebody don't know something wrong with them, they won't. Let me tell y'all, when that guy she was on that guy's live, she looked so crazed in the face, right? And then she was just talking and hollering and hollering and hollering, and he was just trying to talk, calm her down, and ask her questions. And she hung up, right? And she was talking. She was very threatening. You know, she was very threatening in what she was saying and what she was gonna do and this and that. And then she hung up. You know, yeah. You know, I don't know. I don't know where the end. I don't know where the end is, y'all. I don't know where the end is. Like it's like. You know, are you going to do this every day? You just wake up every day. And, you know, that's what the cousin said. She said, listen, we got jobs. We don't have time to be on YouTube every day. So a lot of this shit we don't even see. She said they didn't even know that their friends told them what she was doing a few months ago. She said, we working and living our lives. We ain't got time to be on YouTube every day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all, like I said before, we got to corporately pray for her, right? And hope that it turns out all right, right? You know, I don't want to put no bad papers on nobody, you know, but I have my thoughts of what will happen. But you guys drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, you know. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. You know, I'm going to say this again, you guys, because you guys give me different perspectives on things. I don't mind comments thoughts that are not like mine, because everybody has their right to their own thought. I just don't do the disrespect and all that stuff, but I don't mind because we're all different. That's what makes the world go round, right? And it gives me something to think about, you know. That's all, right? So anyway, again, I got to shout out my subscribers, Bridget Tapp, Pam B, and my girl Ann, and she has a channel called Life with Ann C, right? So, y'all, I want y'all to ring the bell. Ring the bell, hit the bell, whatever you need to do with the bell. Because tomorrow evening, I'm going to upload a video about something that I need y'all opinion on. I don't even really want to talk about it, but it's out there, it's in the world, so I'm going to talk about it, right? But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jackie with a Q, where the Q stands for Queen, the Q stands for Question, and the Q stands for Quality of Life. Everybody be safe and be good. Bye-bye.